to another webcam series. This time around, I finally got two United fans on board, and that's really a hard feat to achieve. Okay, I'm gonna start with Gaurav. Okay, Gaurav, how are you, man? How are
Hello.
you feeling after the dreadful 3-3 draw with Sheffield?
Bittersweet. Bittersweet result.
Hmm.
We played horrible for like 70 minutes until like Ole make like key changes. Taking Pereira out, Phil Jones out, putting in some Greenwood managed to score some key. Lucky for us, William his strike, what a strike it was.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, so
Can
bittersweet for me.
hold on with the
Yeah,
stats for a while, all right? Because we will actually delve deeper into
yeah.
that. All right, that was a proper introduction.
Okay.
You were going full blast already, but that's good, man. I'm gonna move over to my man, Mr. Derek. Who, Derek?
So,
Surely it feels really sucky to be at the end of a late equalizer. How are you, man?
not feeling too good. uh, and
Okay,
yeah,
not a worry at all. I hope by
yeah,
having this, we can actually vent our anger, or your
yep,
anger
yep.
rather, not mine, and also frustration. But before we start, just a bit of tail of the tape, the narrative that went down yesterday at Bramall Lane. Apart from the viral picture that we all saw circulating around about Ed Woodward and Sir Alex Ferguson actually bickering, let me just establish one fact, right? I think that was really blew out of proportion. Correct, Gaurav?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. Let's start with the first half. Okay, I'm gonna let Gaurav actually touch the first half, and then second half again will be dissected by Derek. Bro, let me start with first half.
Mm,
You guys were
mm.
dreadful. That is as much as we all can agree. You guys went with a 3-5-2 again. And the last time you guys did your 3-5-2, that was against Liverpool, if your memory is still good. And you guys were
Yes.
holding on. And I think it kind of just probably signal of intent when you guys set up 3-5-2 is usually to hit teams on the counter. Can you please remind me again? Was it Barcelona or prime Liverpool that you were playing against yesterday, setting up 3-5-2? Talk to
That
me,
was a
man.
good
Sheffield
one.
was at home. Yeah, they have been like very strong so far this season.
Yep.
Even Spurs struggled with them, despite having a good team. So I mean, gonna be definitely gonna be problems going there, and they're at home. I mean, the Sheffield fans were really like pushing them on, so they definitely want to get a result. So I think I I think the result is fair enough to say.
Let me just touch on the first half, man. 3-5-2, you guys started with the young chap on the left.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was being left, hung out to dry. There wasn't enough protection. Many attacks were
As
coming
for
from the
the
right.
first half, yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
For the first half, I feel that Ole, I mean his first 11 wasn't right for me. I think he made a few wrong decisions, and putting Pereira in midfield. I mean I don't know what he sees in Pereira. Uh, and Fred as well. Fred was all over the place together with Pereira. You know, I mean the midfield was super weak,
Yeah.
and Fulgers was just all over the place. I mean, he did the first goal. He was trying to set offside trap. He was way behind the line. Yeah.
And you think, right, bro, Gareth, the reason why actually Oli set up the team as such, it was because of the injury to Scott McSauce.
McSauce.
Scott, very sauce.
I think
It's
we had
true.
limited resources lah. I think
Uh-huh.
we what you call that? I mean, I think in midfield yesterday wasn't we don't have much options, so
Mhm.
we had no choice but to start both of them, which was, I mean, not every United fan's favorite midfield.
Mhm.
And as you know, both of them are physically quite weak.
Mhm.
So to be playing against those three in midfield of Sheffield United,
Mhm.
including the on form Lundstrom,
Mhm.
I think it was tough lah. It was tough.
So Derek, since you have already touched onto the point, being with the tactical side of United, you guys
Yeah.
set up with five at the back, and yet in the first half, you guys still successfully managed to concede two goals. So at that point of time, what was actually going wrong, man, with the tactics and also the formation layout?
To be honest, I think uh, fair play to Sheffield. I think they really pinpoint our weakness, which was
Mm-hmm.
Phil Jones.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, during the halftime talk, you saw what they said. They kept playing balls to his side, long
Mm-hmm.
balls down his side.
Mm-hmm.
So as you know, his weakness is balls behind him, and you
Yeah.
know his turning is like a three-tonner turn. So yeah, so if you keep giving balls down that channel, I think Phil Jones will struggle, bro. Phil Jones,
Mhm.
I think his time is up at United, honestly.
No, I think we all do. And when it's time for Phil Jones to actually leave United, he could probably bring along Mustafi and Socrates, and they could probably start a Sunday league team together. And Unai Emery
With
might
Socrates
convict
and
and
who? David
Socrates.
Luiz.
No, Mustafi, bro, and David Luiz.
Mustafi.
Yeah, David
Mustafi, yeah,
David
Mustafi.
Luiz can join you guys as well. And then Unai Emery by then he will be jobless, lah. All right. So Gurv, shots on target.
Yes.
Actually, you guys were being peppered, man. I'm looking at the stats. Five or rather eight on target. It was prime David De Gea yesterday. But then again, in through
Yeah.
in through United's fashion, you guys actually rose from the ashes. You guys were playing a bit of WrestleMania. There was becoming of Undertaker coming back from the dead. And if that was the case, then I think who was it that the left back of yours?
Brandon Williams.
Oh,
Brendan Williams.
Williams.
Williams was definitely the Paul
Yeah.
bearer. So when it came to 2-0, what was going through your mind? Was there a single ounce of confidence left in you to think that United might turn the tide?
I mean, in a United game, for me as a fan, I will always have hope of them making a comeback. And the switch where Ole brought in Greenwood and Lingard, he should have started them from I mean right from the start, playing four attack, like how Spurs did with Mourinho. So yeah, that should have been the team that should have started. Yeah. Derek was mentioning just now, like, our midfield wasn't very good in the first place. So why go with it? Yeah.
Yep. And then also, Derek, so you
Yeah,
guys again rose from the dead to actually get 3-2. That was
yeah,
really
Yeah.
amazing for you guys to
yeah.
actually come back. And then, don't you think the substitution of Anthony Martial was actually a weak substitution because it kind of gave Sheffield the impetus to come forward and attack you guys because by then you no longer have the prowess of Anthony Martial to actually push the defensive line up front.
Yes,
What
definitely,
say
bro.
you?
I
Yes.
think this has got to be like, I mean he has been making a lot of mistakes lah for the past few games. So this is also one or another error that I feel he shouldn't have made lah. I mean, since we are doing well attackingly, I think we should continue to attack. Why sit back and like let them have a chance? I mean, since we are since we are
Yeah.
leading, we should be
Mhm.
continue going forward and bombing forward instead of like sitting back and letting them attack. I mean, we are giving them a chance.
the
Yeah.
the front
Yeah.
attack had no movement at all with Rashford and Marshall. No movement at all.
But
Mhm.
second half, I think they the last 20 minutes, I think they improve on their movement lah. But
Mhm.
after the
Yeah.
substitution, I think he shouldn't even make that substitution. It was wrong lah. I think it was
And
a glaring error lah.
and sticking with you, Derek, let's talk
Yeah.
about a bit of the tactical side of it. It seems
Yep.
like 3-5-2 is actually, I don't know, in terms of results, you guys should be stable at the back, which I thought you were against Liverpool with the same setup. Against Sheffield, it was a total different narrative altogether. But is it something that you, as a United fan, will be comfortable in the near future looking at 3-5-2?
I think against a stronger team it may work, but I mean instead of Phil Jones, I would rather Tuanzebe had started there instead.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean Phil Jones is just a weak link lah. I mean I don't see him being a future United player. So in terms of the 3-5-2 wise, I think against stronger teams we will do well because we we don't keep the ball as well as we have done like in the past. So
Mhm.
we rather let teams attack us and we hit them on the counter, which we are our that's our main strength lah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, with the squad we have, I think that is what we can do against stronger teams. But we against lower teams, I think we struggle to penetrate. We don't have that final pass. We don't have like David Silva or Kevin De Bruyne kind of player who gives
Mm.
creativity in midfield.
Which is true. Which is true.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and also, Gaurav, sticking with just
Yeah.
in-game management, I think it's fair to agree that United have lost so many winning position. In fact, according to stats, United is one of the team that has lost many points from a winning position. Is that a strong telltale sign that, first of all, Solskjaer is not confident of his starting lineup? And second thing, although the second pointer, whoever that's actually helping him out in terms of tactics, I guess it will be Michael Carrick during the game match day itself. Do you think he's been
Yeah.
misadvised, or is this something that for sure Ole always has it in his closet to make those kind of negative substitutions?
Um, the club is going through a rebuild right now, so we're definitely gonna have problems from all and he sold his main striker Lukaku as well, and Rashford is even struggling, and he has players injured and everything. So yeah, I think for this season, just have to survive. Be it just being on top of the relegation, so we just have to survive.
Okay, I mean, like yesterday, Derek, there
Mm.
was a big chance for United to actually jump onto fifth, but instead,
Yep.
you guys collapsed like house of cards, and then you guys actually remain right below Arsenal, brother, which is really good and healthy for me as an Arsenal fan. But where do you see this season panning out? Because it seems like it's becoming a recurring theme in United's pattern of play this season: get the lead, lose the lead, and then go full attack on United fan channels.
I'm not so optimistic about this season. I mean, if even if we finish mid-table, I mean, I would be happy if we finish like mid-table. I think that's the minimum expectation rather than below.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
expectations are not high lah this season. Basically, we like Gaurav said, we are rebuilding. So
Mm-hmm.
we I still think we should give Socha a full season this season. I don't think we should make any changes at the current situation that we are facing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean we are bringing all those youngsters in, and I mean there are signs that we are our academy, that those players that we are bringing in. I mean there are signs that that they are good enough for the first team. So let's just wait, and it's a wait and see thing lah. Yeah.
And you actually touch on to the next point, which brings us nicely to my next point. We talk about Ole's job and the level of security that he's enjoying. Derek
Yeah.
actually brought us into the next point nicely, and this is actually pertaining
Okay.
job security for Ole. Right
Ah,
after the
okay.
sacking,
Yeah.
so Ed Woodward came out in public to give him a vote of confidence. Does it worry you knowing
Mhm.
that there is a bit of a rod going up there in Old Trafford, but then your chief executive is coming out in full view, in full public, saying that don't worry, son, you got the whole season to play with. It's a bit of a free fall, but no, you will never get the sack from us.
Good that he's doing that. I mean, he didn't give. I feel he didn't give Marino enough time to actually change anything. So now he's giving support to Ole. I more managers any more changes changing of managers actually. Now it's time to rebuild. Let's stick to it. I mean, I think once Gary Neville said that we have something we might fail, but we believe in it in again, and then we move forward. You know, and that's how we build out ourselves. And then I feel eh, Ole knows the United way. He's been under Fergie. He's seen how Fergie has done things. He was our super sub, and when he was on the bench, he was always studying other players, other teams. What are their weaknesses? I believe he knows what he's doing. We don't have a very good squad, and I feel he just needs a bit more time. See how the transfer windows goes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about it.
can. Thank you, man. Derek. moving on
Yeah.
to you, in terms
Yeah.
of just defensive record, you guys actually invested heavily, I would say, for your back line. You actually purchased Maguire and also Wan Bissaka, all coming in at a record fee. Do you feel that the defensive frailties in United, again, has been resolved? And in terms of just because in terms of stats itself, in terms of goal conceded, you guys are not faring any better. Of course, you guys are
Yeah.
conceding lesser than yesterday, rather last season at this current stage of the season.
Yeah.
But in terms of just, it's a bit of a yo-yo. One moment you guys are winning, the next moment you are not. And one thing for sure, you guys will definitely concede. So is that again something that we can put it down to Ed Woodward, or is it something to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Beginning of the season, I think defensively we were still quite. I don't think we were considering that much goal. I think for the first few games, but I think
Mhm.
slowly, I think we are starting to concede again. I think maybe due to lack of confidence. I think, and also, I mean, everybody thinks that Lindelof is good. I think he's good as well, but on the ground he's good, but in the air I think he's still suspect, bro. He's like
Mm.
another Mustafi. Yeah, he's suspect.
Oh,
Yeah,
so that makes the two
yeah,
of us, lah. Have a Mustafi.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, they are the same kind of players. Like in the air, I tell you, they are suspect. I mean, you give players like Chris Wood or Ashley Barnes, I think he's finished, bro. Yeah, I mean, we if there's a choice, I would still think we should go for another centre back lah. So to partner alongside Maguire, somebody who is maybe like in the mode of Rafael Varane. Yeah, I
Good
mean
point. Good point.
somebody like him lah. Yeah, somebody who is fast and like technically good lah, and good in the air. Better than Lindelof lah. Yeah, in the air,
Mhm.
that would be perfect for us. Yeah.
Right. Gurf, just want to touch on league position, brother. So right now, it
Yeah.
seems like the top four. It's not only for you, United. Even for me as an Arsenal fan, it's a bit of out of touch.
Yeah.
Again, the top two is
Mm.
really out of sight. The only position that we can actually touch is the fourth position. That is still within realm of possibility. Do you think that
Mm.
the top four chance has actually sailed past United right now?
Definitely. I mean, there's so many strong teams this season that we are going through a rebuild. Like we were discussing the no way we're gonna reach anywhere near the top four. Like Derek said, mid table. I'm happy.
I mean, like, okay, because like you see, you can see the top four. They are like, you know who's gonna be in the top four. Right? You can see the points difference from the fourth to the fifth,
Yep.
and the rest is like first to fourth, with like Leicester, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. They are like up there on their own,
Yep.
and the rest will be from maybe the fifth to about, I think maybe 15 or 16. I think their points are all very close.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
they are all like basically actually fighting for mid table. So
Mhm.
yeah, it like you said, it will be like pinball lah. So whoever wins will go straight up, and whoever lose maybe will go straight down to 15. Yeah, they can just go up and down easily. Yeah.
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 It seems like I'm getting this vibe that you United fans out there have actually well managed your expectations, and it seems right now that finishing mid-table is the new in trend thing. Are you guys considering defeat so early in the season right now?
I mean, the matches we have played, we have not seen much fight in them. We can't expect too much from this team as well, especially with the injuries. And also right right now every game we start. I'm starting to see something different, like something different with the spirit of the team, starting to fight back. Other than the other games, this was the only match where they showed like some spark, where they started coming back. They did not refuse to come back. They definitely be hungry for more. So I won't be expecting too much, but there's a lot of things for the young players to learn. So the mid table is you know
Yeah.
just nice for them.
I mean, it would be good if we can get a Europa League spot lah. I mean,
Yeah.
So from
yeah.
Champions League to Europa Sport, is that the new target for United, Eric?
I mean, I mean, I don't want to set expectations too high because it's been so disappointing really. I mean, recently the matches I've been watching. I mean, like for example the Sheffield game. I mean, I'm like I'm not even concentrating. I'm using my phone. Imagine in the past when we had like the Ronaldo, Tevez, and Rooney era. I mean, we were like concentrating on the game, full game, 90 minutes. And nowadays, I mean, like you're using the phone and stuff. I mean,
Well, bro,
that
don't feel
shows
bad about
like
it. I've been using
yeah,
my phone watching Arsenal for the past 5 seasons, lah. So you're not alone in this. Just the
yeah,
only thing I'm worried about, like, what are you on, man, on the phone that could actually keep you away from United? That's the biggest question. But let's not get there. Something that I find it a bit I'm really bothered. I find it almost mind-boggling. Looking at, or rather reading Solskjaer post-match interview. He said it's football. Sometimes it's beyond tactics. The difference between the two teams, for the first 70 minutes, they look like they wanted it more. Gaurav, does that sound like a man who is clearly out of his depth?
No, I think he's making perfect sense compared to the matches before. I mean the team. I didn't see no fight in them in the other matches. For this time they're actually showing some fight in them. You know, like it's good for the experience this, so they know what batch they're playing for. You get what I mean? Yeah.
Fast forward to the next game. Right now, the Sheffield is done and dusted. You got a brilliant 1 point playing against one of the European giants in Sheffield United, setting up 3-5-2. So the next one is United against Aston Villa. Derek,
yeah, yeah.
how confident are you going into this match?
I think at home shouldn't be a problem. I mean, Aston Villa. I don't think they fare well in away games.
Mhm.
If I'm not wrong, am I right? Like,
No, if the Arsenal match was anything to go by,
oh,
they
okay,
actually
okay,
led
okay.
3 times, and then only for us, or rather they led twice. And we were down to 10 men, but again the mighty Arsenal managed to come back. So can the mighty or the once mighty United can do the same against Aston Villa?
I think I think at home defensively, yeah, we are more defensively we are more stable at home lah. So I mean, we I feel we are more comfortable at home, and uh, with Marshall and Rashford, I think we might get a few goals lah. I mean, like maybe a like 2-0 win or something.
Okay, and just before I actually wrap this up,
Yeah,
for you, Gaurav, so the big one that is getting everybody eyes glued to it. Of course, it takes no introduction. It needs no introduction. The special one coming back. Or right now, he calls himself the humble one. Coming back to Old Trafford. Gaurav,
Mr.
being,
Kloppsman.
yeah, being a big fanboy of Mourinho. What's your
Yes.
sentiments, man, when Mourinho finally make his second homecoming this time as an opponent?
I think he's gonna take a revenge on us. He's definitely gonna do something with his tactics that will annoy us. I mean, I like him. For me, he's a born winner.
Mhm.
So it's really scary for him to be on the opposite side. Would have preferred him on our side though.
Is that
But
a sign? Is that a sign of defeat by United fans so early before the ball is being kicked?
uh,
Consider defeat. Is that the mentality of United right now, guys?
I don't
just
think so.
don't
I
expect
think
much. Power for the best.
I
Yeah,
think in terms of mind games, I think we'll lose out to him lah. Definitely. I mean, he's the master at all these kind of things.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like he's well suited to Spurs lah.
do you?
Yeah, I really think so, no, because the players he has, I think I mean those are the kind of players his type of players, the
Those
kind of
people
players
who work
that
hard for
Yeah,
yeah
the
yeah
team.
yeah
exactly.
yeah. You see the backbone
He
that he
just
has.
Mhm.
Usually Mourinho team their
yeah.
backbone are all very strong backbone. Actually,
Something
Spurs have
something
a
that
very
you
yeah
guys were lacking of backbone.
yeah yeah. Yeah. So basically, their backbone I think is well suited to his style of play lah. So I mean I
He
really
didn't get the
wish him
players
all the best
in
lah.
Man United.
I mean, right now,
Yeah.
speaking to both of you, first of all, I'm really glad that you guys actually managed to join me on such a short notice. But what I'm currently reading from you both is really unlike United. It's really out of character. But right down there, your fiercest neighbor is gunning for the first ever title in 30 years. And right now, both of you are happy with a mid-table finish and even talking about a possible defeat against Mourinho. What's happening to the mighty, mighty United? Is it all still glory United?
I mean,
Yeah, glory, glory.
uh, we are still rebuilding, like we said. So I think we will stay humble, keep our feet on the ground, and just let things flow. I mean, I'm hoping I mean, I wish I had a fast forward button so I can like move forward and see the future what will happen. I mean, I don't want to see this. I mean, this era of United is atrocious, man. Seriously, like, oh my goodness.
All right. Hey guys, I really thank you so much for really coming on board, sharing your thoughts about United. It's really hard to get any one of
Thank
you
you,
to
man.
talk right now. I think I really hit a jackpot with you both. I think we should actually do this more often. But the next time, without
Yes.
the banner, I think the banner is the one that's actually causing all this latency, lah, bro. No, 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 don't bring that shit up again. Okay, so I'm gonna catch you guys again probably next week. This time, probably happy days for you guys against Aston Villa. But
Yep.
the next one that you have, if you just need any reminder, again against mighty Astana, lah, that you guys will probably just go on full massacre. But who knows? It's United right now. Anything can happen. Glory, glory, United. I'm gonna catch you guys next week. We'll talk again in depth about United, Aston Villa, and Napshot Studio. For you guys who are new, I want more United fans to come on board. Look at how brave these two people are. You guys should be actually awarded, sir. You guys should be knighted for the bravery that you guys have portrayed. And yeah, stop dancing because it is not really funny right now, Gaurav. You guys should be sad and solemn because that's
Glory, glory, mid table.
but you know what? Again, I'm gonna sign out. Napshot Studio. We'll keep in touch next week, man.
All
Signing
right.
out.
Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
cool.
Thanks, bye.
Okay.